Hello and welcome to this conversation. Woo! Today, we're doing a little bit of a weird video because it's kind of a conversation with an intermission of a twin venture.
A dash.
It's weird. Today we are discussing the video game series Kingdom Hearts.
Ooh.
And all that follows. You have played
a couple of levels of the first one.
And that is it.
Badly. With much coaching and a lot of what is wrong with yous.
What was there coaching?
Go there. Go. No, that way. No, press that button. Drop that.
Surprise, neither of us really played very many video games. We talked briefly about Myst. I played, Sonic, and we talked a little bit about the Barney hide and seek game and the Barney conversation video. But I didn't really play video games. So when this came out, I had no idea what Final Fantasy was, and I'm sure you still have no idea.
Nope.
It is a very popular video game series. I'm not sure how true the story is, but apparently the story goes, if not, we're going to make it sound like it's a pretty story. A Disney person and a person that, either the person that created Final Fantasy or a person that's one of the creators of it, were in an elevator together and they figured out who each other were. And they were like, oh my god, I love your work. Oh my god, I love your work. We should do a collaboration. And they did. So, which is why there are some characters in here that are unique to the Kingdom Hearts saga, Sora, Riku, Kairi. And there are some that have been seen in other video games, and which is why you get that weird mix of there's the Japanese video game anime type style with the Disney characters all mixed together. Yeah. So it's bits and pieces of a little bit of everything with an original story to tie everything together. For a video game, there is a lot of background story that gets divulged throughout the series.
Nice word.
Yes, thank you. I can sometimes speak. They are able to set you up with a character that also really doesn't know what's going on, and which is good for a video game that you kind of learn as the character goes along. Yeah. That means you're playing a video game. For the first one, you were playing as Sora, and you're running around on this island, and all of a sudden, shit goes down, and then you're, thrust into the world of Disney characters, and everyone's like, what's going on?
Without really a good tutorial, though, can I just say?
There really is. They kind of do a little bit at the beginning, but nothing, extravagant. Also, there's the weird, I'm not sure if it actually does anything. Now, like I said, I've played most of this and most of the second one, and that's about it. So, really, we're not the people that should be discussing this, but we're going to anyway. I don't know how much of this you remember. So, they do the whole music video intro, and then you land on the stained glass, and you have to pick do you want the magic, and you have to get rid of do you want the magic or the strength or the courage or whatever.
I vaguely
and you have to get rid of
choice.
one of them, and I was like, do these decisions have any relevance in playing the game? Do they change anything? What or is it just filler? I don't whatever.
Does it actually affect gameplay?
That's what I'm questioning. I have no idea. That's what I was asking.
Oh, that was the question you were asking. I thought you were setting it up to be does it do this thing? Yes, it does. Or no, I was I didn't realize that was a genuine question. I thought that was the setup.
So I have a funny story. So, so we're looking through the. So we're playing through. It's me, my stepbrother, my stepsister, and my brother, all kind of alternating. Some of us are playing the same game, and some of us are playing individual games and just tagging off. However we're doing it.
Sharing time on the gaming console.
Yes. So we one of us gets to a certain point, and we see the Halloween Town, and we click on it, and we pause, and we're like, everyone, Halloween Town's coming up! And then we get to there, and I was like, I'm so excited. I don't know how they're going to do this. This is going to be so fun. I'm so excited.
You thought it was
sure did. So then the panning comes up, and we're like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I wonder how they're going to introduce all these characters. And then Zero pops up, and we all kind of go, what are you doing? Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas, not Disney Channel Halloween Town. Because we were like, Marnie, we're so excited to see Marnie. And I was like, oh, I guess that is called Halloween Town. Okay.
I didn't know anybody that played these games when it came out. It was something I totally fell into later. And if this had dropped when I had access to it, if I'd had access to it when it dropped and there was a huge Nightmare Before Christmas section, I would have fallen head over heels in love with it. So I hit it at the wrong time. By the time I hit it, it was like, oh my god, this is this fabulous thing, and everybody knows all about it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then they'd like, somebody would try to tell you the story, and like 3 other people would jump in with completely different stories, and I was like, what?
Welcome to Kingdom
What?
Hearts.
Like-
nobody really knows what's happening. Mickey is the king in one of the worlds, and he's running around trying to help save all these worlds as well. The weapons that they use are called Keyblades.
Why is it a key? Is that ever explained?
Well, at the end of each level, you have to use the key to, like, I don't remember if it's like lock the world, if it's to release all the darkness up into the, there's something at the end of each level.
It's
There's
like a
literally
lock
a keyhole.
and you put.
Yes.
Okay.
And you go phoom, and then it goes.
No one has told me that up to this point. Like, that's the kind of information that I have not received.
At the end of each of the levels, you have to do that.
Oh.
So sometimes the Disney villains will be controlled by the Heartless characters. So the Heartless are the dark forces that are taking over all these worlds and kind of ruining all the stories. So your job is to go in. It's weird because there's no context of what time slot you're taking place in any of these stories.
You
So,
just
like, there's a
drop
Little
in
Mermaid in the first
somewhere.
one, and then there's a Little Mermaid in Kingdom Hearts 2, and they're, like, completely different plot points of, like, where we are in the timeline of the 1989 film. So it's like, where are we? What is going on? So you just kind of have to go, these are the characters, and this is kind of the world that you're in. And because of the Heartless taking over, and because you're kind of traveling around, there's, like, an alternate timeline. So you kind of have to, like, put that aside. Yeah, which is,
It's too much for me. I'm
there's a lot.
sorry. I like a linear story.
Well, surprise, you don't get that. Well, and then you think, which game is about to come out? Kingdom Hearts 3. So there've only been 3 Kingdom
Yeah,
Hearts
I
games.
am aware of
No.
the fact that the numbering system is complete
there's
bullshit.
Kingdom Hearts, and there's Chain of Memories, and there's Kingdom Hearts 2, and there's Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and there's Kingdom Hearts, like, 365 over 2,
The
and
other
all this
thing
stuff,
that
and I'm
bothers
like,
me is that they are almost all on different consoles and systems.
I think once this last game comes out, they'll streamline it and go, you can
but
get
like
all of
that's
the games on this. But
that's
yeah.
a mess. Like, that's a disgusting mess.
It's the same thing with, like, streaming services. It's like, oh, you can get this thing on this one, and this thing on this one, and this thing on this one, and this thing on this one. And I was like, when Chain of Memories came out on Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, something. It came out on something. And I was like, I'm not purchasing an entirely new game system just to play this game. Absolutely not.
Yep.
So eventually, it was released on PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
Or
because like
3,
Myst was
something.
played on different things, but that was because it was released for whatever was the newest operating system. So like,
But it was still PC based.
well, no, actually, it was originally Mac based. The very first one was Mac, and then PC. It made the jump to PC almost immediately afterwards, and they were released simultaneously. But it was whatever was the newest Mac version and whatever was the newest.
Which makes sense, yeah.
Because it was a big deal because Abduction wasn't going to come out for Mac, and everybody was like, "I have always played my Cyan games on a Mac."
One thing I enjoy about future games and future releases of this, as you can tell, this is old meat. Now, future releases of this game, the original game, you could not skip the cutscenes. If you died in a level, you had to watch an entire scene over again. Let me tell you how many times I had to watch
Oh my
Tarzan
God.
say, "Not Clayton, ooh, ee, ooh, not Clayton," and then go into a fight sequence. How many times I had to watch that because Tarzan was irritating, and every time he did that, I was like, ah! I was so angry each time. I was like, I stopped playing for like weeks because of this.
it. Fun fact: Clayton is not the villain in the book.
I know that because Disney likes to do what they want.
When it comes to the Tarzan adaptation, Disney looked at the character list and the table of contents and went, "I've got the general idea. Let's."
Yeah. I want to say it was Birth by Sleep. That sounds right. I'm probably wrong. One of them goes through more of the princess stories, and you're playing as completely separate characters, but that weave into the plot of what's happening in the full series. So it's almost like a here's your timeline, and we're going up here for a little bit, and then swooping back in and out kind of thing. I don't know.
no.
But what was nice is that you got to go into like Snow White and Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella and the worlds that are not like super action-y based
Oh,
to be able to explore all of these realms because you know you have Maleficent as one of your main villains
always.
and Sleeping
But
Beauty
like,
is not
Aurora's
really
just kind of.
Sleeping Beauty is not a
there.
really enticing story. There's not a whole lot
just
going on
kinda
action wise until the very end.
So there's a new one coming out.
When? What? I haven't heard anything about
I've been
this. It
hearing
hasn't taken
people
over social media.
complain about this taking so long to come out more than I've heard about the game series itself.
It's true.
Like-
It's continuous. It has been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed
So
back
it's
and pushed
finally
back and
like
developed. And
properly coming out.
however, ever since seeing the trailer for it, knowing this is PlayStation 4, I think it's coming out. I don't know what the newest console is. I think it's 4.
console.
And then Xbox One. The graphics have gotten so. I love watching games be developed in series because the
Watching the
graphics,
graphics
just
feature.
are so beautiful
Yeah.
for this one.
So they're getting really hyped for it. So here at Walt Disney World,
Right here.
right here. We're shooting in front of the castle. Here at Walt Disney World, they're doing a pop-up event where they've taken over a space and set up a demo. They've got demos running on both PlayStation and Xbox with a little like display lobby area that you wait in. And we went and did it before it opened. Whoa! What? 'Cause we're cool like that. And I posted on Facebook and I said, so I've played a few levels of the first one. I'm about to play the third one. What do I need to know? Comments included, even if you knew the storyline, it wouldn't make sense, and just button smash, which is what I did. I got that advice after playing, but that's what I did.
So here is our mini twin ventures in the middle of this conversation piece. Of what happened. I can't see a thing. Yo, much better. I was like, today we are doing the preview for Kingdom Hearts 3 at Disney Springs. We're gonna see how this goes. I don't know if they're gonna let us film or take pictures, but we'll see what happens. Expect a full report though. And by full report, I mean I'm not writing any pages.
I mean, it's 15 minutes of gameplay, so like it's not a huge amount, but like it's a decent amount.
Yeah, we couldn't film inside, but we could take pictures. So we did that. It was mostly
film the gameplay. You could film if you were in it. So I got a shot of you playing it.
You finished your level. I
sure
watched.
did.
Well, I watched more of the cutscenes from my. So
Right.
You did.
I did Olympus. I was fighting a Titan, and then I was like, I'm gonna go rogue and go down a what I thought was the wrong pathway, and it turns out it was the right direction anyway. And then I fought the creepy shadow things.
She's played this game so many
I know
times.
Nothing. Once I was locked onto an attacker, like I kept, and like some of them could fly, like, and suddenly I was capable of flying, and I was like, okay. And then you had to equip like a special attack at the end, and it was big magic railroad, and it was this light up train that shot fireworks out of the smokestack because my life exists as a mockery to the universe. Because that was the logo, was Thunder Mountain themed, but it was a magic attack, so it was magic themed to mock
I
me.
think that's one of the first things they put in from the theme parks. There were 2 different play options. There was Olympus, which is Hercules, and then there was the toy box, which was Toy Story.
See, I didn't get any character interactions. It was me and Donald and Goofy.
I watched a little bit of the cutscene at the beginning, and then I watched a little, and then there was fighting, and then there was a cutscene. I watched a little bit of it, and I had no idea what I was doing, and then I had to jump out a window, and then we went to the front yard, and they were like, we have to go to the toy store.
Oh my
and
God.
I started to run down the street, and they were like, you're done. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm done.
It was,
So impressed with the animation.
Yeah.
I am impressed with how crystal clear everything is. It wasn't completely prepared yet when we went, because they were still setting things up, but they had some merchandise and Keyblade exhibits, and it was really, really nice. And I hope they do more events like this and more
yeah,
preview
this
stuff.
smells so good.
It really does. That was a lot of fun.
And then there was also,
things.
if you do the experience, you could get a coupon code or a discount code to purchase the game, which made sense.
Yeah,
It makes people a lot more likely to impulse purchase it right after trying
which is what happened with a lot of those people, actually.
Yeah.
Now back
Descriptive.
to your regularly scheduled Eric and Katie ranting. So that was a fun experience, and I wish that Disney did more things like this.
Yeah.
Because
I think they're
I'm more-
starting to. I
Yeah.
think they're getting better at these types of events, knowing that
Because-
social media and word of mouth is such a big thing.
Well, because on the other side of Disney Springs, there's the Wreck-It Ralph VR experience that's happening right now.
The Void, yes.
The Void. So, like, you're able to take these, again, this is a
God,
huge
what if
thing.
there was an entire building at Disney Springs that was entirely devoted to video games?
What? In virtual reality? Man, wouldn't that be cool if they updated that all the time and then didn't turn it into a separate restaurant that was about sports and basketball and other such things?
Sorry, the opportunity was too good. So yeah, they've got the Kingdom Hearts pop-up event happening right now. Further down in Disney Springs, they've got The Void, which is running 2 experiences simultaneously. They're running Shadows of the Empire, and I think that's what it's called.
Which is Star Wars.
And they're running Ralph Breaks the Void. I don't remember what they titled
Ralph
this
Breaks
one.
VR.
Ralph Breaks VR.
Dumb.
That's it. So we're really getting to kind of push the virtual reality and the gaming levels, which is nice. But I like that they're doing it outside of the parks, and it's not like
You have to pay to
you
get
have
into
to
the
pay
park.
to get into the park to then get into the thing. And the Void you have to pay for. The Kingdom Hearts experience is free because it's a 15-minute demo. You get a discount code
Yep.
to purchase the game,
Which
which
is
is
cool.
smart because something like that, you want to capitalize on the impulse purchase of, wow, I enjoyed the last 15 minutes. I want to keep doing this.
Well, and that was the other thing too, is that if doing something like this is not very costly to them, like
no,
setup
because
wise,
they already
but-
have all of the equipment.
I am way more excited now that I got to do a sample of it. Like,
Yeah.
I was eventually going to purchase the game and play them all at some point. I want to wait till this one comes out, because this is the last game.
So
in
you
the
want to
frickin-
wait for the cap
for the whole thing. We'll buy the system. We'll do all the games. Like, I'm not going to sit here and go jump
Piece
back.
it back
Well,
together.
yeah, because I'm like, if I and you saw me try to explain what happens in this, and I'm like, there's an island and there's a storm and then darkness and blah, and like. That's basically what happens.
Yeah.
Did you have a world that you have played in this game, saw in any of the other games, including the new one that you...
The one I played was Little Mermaid. I couldn't swim for shit.
In this?
Yes.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I couldn't swim, like, at all. And I kept getting hopelessly...
That was the only one that you played in that level?
pathetically,
So you played in the middle of somebody else's game?
yes.
Oh, that's not the one to do.
The problem is I like a lot of this in concept, but I am chronically bad at traditional video games. I say traditional because I will play King's Quest and Myst and Quest for Glory forever. I'm decent at the Lego games because they're designed for very small children where you can't die. Kingdom Hearts, I was trash at. Epic Mickey, I was absolute garbage.
Did you play that with Wii?
Yes.
Okay, so here was my problem with the Wii remotes. So now we're going to go into a side tangent. Side rant! So the Wii remotes, when you have to do 2 things differently, like it's easy to do them like this because you hit one button and you kind of move and that's it.
Yeah.
When you're doing a joystick here and then up and down this way,
And they were
then trying
separate
to hit
piece-
buttons at the same time, yeah. So so you had a problem with that. I had a problem. My dad bought the Wii version of Meet the Robinsons on clearance at Kmart, and I was like, yes. So I got to playing it, and I got about 20 minutes into the game or so, and I got stuck on a level, and I got stuck on that level for 3 days. I played for 3 days, and I ended up screaming on the 3rd day. I didn't finish the game. I stopped there. I was like, I can't do this. And my stepmom goes, she goes, what is wrong with you? And I said, this game is designed for ages 8 and up. And she goes, what does that mean? I said, that means I'm 7 and I can't do this. I was so angry. I had
I just know that I'm bad. I didn't grow up playing games. We had a PC. I played some
was not,
PC
yeah.
games, but I did not grow up with a console. So it is just not a skill that it's a skill, and it's just not a skill that I've ever learned. So in terms of worlds, there are things that I'm like, that sounds like a great idea. But I'm not any good at it. Now, let me tell you, if there was a Meet the Robinsons world in Kingdom Hearts,
See,
I'd be so down.
let me tell you, if only. When you said you were going to play the Hercules level, I was like, there are Hercules in the first 2 games. I'm not playing Hercules. Toy Story has never made an appearance before. I'm going to do the Toy Story one, which is why I went with that.
Hercules had been in it.
Well, but that's why I was like, well, we'll balance it out. So yeah, they've covered Hercules, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast.
So it's Renaissance.
No, because they've done mostly Renaissance. They did Peter Pan.
Okay.
They've done.
See, I'm trying
Pirates
to
of the
picture,
Caribbean
I'm
keeps
trying to
coming up.
picture Kingdom Hearts, and I'm picturing that god awful Disney villain
Ugh.
PC that we played instead. So I'm like, wasn't there an Alice? And all I'm picturing
no.
is the Alice that we played.
No.
There's a video coming.
There is
someday.
Wonderland in the first one, yes.
Maybe I played that one too.
Because you're running around and there's like, you're trying to find like the missing clue as to why Alice is innocent because she's locked in the bird cage.
Yeah, I did play that. My other issue is I also have played American McGee's
No,
Alice.
so you get all of the mixed up,
So,
yeah.
like, I don't remember. I can't keep straight. Disney Villains Unleashed,
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts, and American McGee's Alice.
They're all pretty weird in their Alice.
Well, I'll talk about American McGee's Alice at some point and walk
Yeah.
you through it. That's a whole separate video because it's a fascinating plot and a game, again, that I am absolute garbage at playing because it's combat based and Homegirl doesn't combat.
So if you were in the Orlando area, head to Disney Springs for your interaction for your interactive experience with the Kingdom Hearts 3
Or you can
preview.
interact with us.
Or you
like,
could do that.
We'll meet you
Whatever.
at Disney Springs.
I
Like,
don't want to meet people. I don't like people. Just kidding.
conventions are going to go real great.
I don't know. I've learned over the last year that people are terrible. So like, you know, we'll see what happens.
Just put the Ron Swanson picture of.
Definitely check that out. It's really good. I'm excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. It is only available through the end of January, so you have to hit it before the end of the month. I think it's January 28th. I think it's right as the game.
28th, 29th?
I think it's like right as the game comes out. It's like,
Yeah.
and we're done. It's out. Nobody gets a preview now. So use the key blade to your dreams and open your hearts to the world around you. That's more or less what that's what I have to summarize all the Kingdom Hearts games.
That's what this is about.
I have no idea. Nobody really knows. We just talked about this for like, I don't know, 20 minutes and nobody actually knows what this
I
is.
don't do
We still
this.
don't know. You know, whatever.
Sucker punch. You thought this was a conversation, and we went out of the house. I'm so tired.